And it's important that you take note of the various heavyweights of the MPP that are falling. Elizabeth Afolekwe, Minister for Fisheries, gone down. Titus Glover, Deputy Minister for Transportation, gone down. Bernardo Koboy, Deputy Minister of Health, gone down. Boniface Abubakar Sidi, Minister for something, I don't remember, gone down. Presidency or Vice Presidency, I don't know which is which. Yabuabia someone. So it's very clear that indeed defeat is staring them in the face. Now, we also have concerns about the EC themselves, the way they are conducting themselves in this exercise. As we sit here now, we have a team that has been at the EC's Collation Center since yesterday, the strong room. As we speak, and I'm speaking with authority, not even one result has gone to the Collation Center. True or false? Not one. So they are there. They are waiting. And then they claim they will declare the results in 24 hours. How are you going to declare? It has to go through a process. Even more seriously, Greater Accra and in some regions, they declare results. Our people are at the regional office of the EC now. Not one result. Not one. You can go and check. So how are they declaring the results? Because all the results must come to the regional office for it to be collated. What is going on? We need to know. We need to know what is going on, because those results must come to the regional center. They must authenticate, verify, before they will be released. How come that results are being released? Not one has gone to the regional office. So we are very, very concerned about that, and they need to take action on that and do the right thing. There's a process. You can't just get up and say they should send you results from polling stations or constituencies. It doesn't work like that. You yourself said you're going to do manual collation. So you need to go through that process from the polling station to the constituency, and then from the constituency to the region, from the region to the national. Then our people in the strong room can also authenticate before you can come out and tell us anything. So we believe that the right thing has to be done. Again, just a while ago, we got information that in Lejokuku, a seat that they have won, somebody came there with a pink sheet, fresh pink sheets, and he's been arrested and detained by the police. So you see, these are things that they do. So all kinds of manipulations. We've finished the results, certified, results have been declared. What are you doing with the pink sheet? So they will come and say they want recount. Before you realize, then they'll swap. So we are very, very vigilant. Our people should continue to be vigilant, and they should not allow all these shenanigans to go on. As I said, we've collected the results, the presidential. What will interest you is that in Ashanti region, for instance, out of 37 constituencies, out of 47 constituencies, we've collected 37. And so far, John Dramani Mahama is doing over 30%. Now, over 30% in Ashanti. That's unprecedented. It's huge. And with over 80% of the constituencies collated in Greater Accra region, JDM has over 56%. So by the time the rest comes, we'll see. We have collected over 80% of votes in the Bono and Western Enclave, all those areas. And in all these areas, it is very obvious that our presidential candidate is in pole position to claim a first round victory in this year's election. As we go along, we'll be giving you more details. We are very responsible people, so we want to ensure that by the time we give you specific details, we know what we're about. We know that it's the EC that has to declare the election, but it's also within our right to update our people about what we have done so far. So you'll be hearing from us in the next few hours. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much. I will try and do a quick summary of this very important presentation in the Twi language because of the Akan stations here, because we want everybody watching television and every Ghanaian to have an understanding of the issues we are talking about. And to say the elections director Akano. The please, Mayor, can we have some order in the auditorium, please? To say the elections director Akano. MPP for after your press briefing na yebo mamane ewo CISA NDC arene ho no so friends am trofo nhia mu na ensem o modi tu dua no na dodo na no eyi nkontompu nsem eno ti se wutie fie wotena fie na wudi areho because of nsem MPP for aka minu ya wo hawa koma because your mo kan nim se the omo kan wo mu aka MPP for mesi abonte o mo jubilate dadada say ato abawi abedru samre no mu claim so ma we 52%. No more share them. It should let you know say no correct. Until nobody should be worried or concerned about figures MPP for the ababont in a fake. And no adansi and the elections director the abremono. They di kanya no correct MPP for omu control 3 of the 5 northern regions of Ghana to say the omokain omoboa. And by now they expect to send kamon some for ni diemu kama fact check this as dada because northern regions na 5 they said the makano upper west 11 constituencies in prem NDC lose mu miensa ya weni mungo twen in 2016 ya weni munsia nti ngotwe na ya weni no it's a significant improvement of our performance in 2016. And what we are winning in Waboboso. Echinya GBA ni ho. Oko Upper Easter. 15 constituencies and a war Upper East. In fact, Upper West regions and Wabobo Bemesume Sanswa Bobiem Ewutrika Sem. Senebeya Ebeko for me. 8 constituencies are running Upper West and you 2 million actually see a Wa East, a Wa West, a Wa Central. Nadoli Kalio constituency, Sisala West, DBI, Laura, and Ejrapa. Upper East, 15 constituencies. NDC, our name so far confirmed 14. Bakwa akaye binduri no. Results ni nyina nyama nwie enti ye twen. But in primpin de won ya we name 14. 14 ye Bolega Central, Bolega Tanga East, Boko Central, Bongo, Busa North, Busa South, Chanapaga, Garu, Nabdam, Timpani, Bongo, Talensi, Zibila, Pusiga. You can confirm. NDC awene. Next that me enumno akamiensa. Savannah or Mampenyi Mahama region, the MPP has not won. 7 constituencies in the Savannah. NDC awene bole. NDC awene Yapi Kusegu. NDC awene Sola. And NDC awene just want to get you the last constituency in Savannah. Na yenyina ye hu se yetumre ya chesie. So Bole Yape Kusegu Salaga South and a Sola to Nakaba 4. Into ya NDC will move 3. Aka 2. Northern region ye 18. NDC are winning 9. MPP ni 9. MPP will 8. Because Bakon Zabzugu yintimi moboye. The yakanye we no NDC na rene. Aka 3 polling stations. Mienu overvoting wo ho. And unti easy for mean declare. The only northern region MPP for etimia win a northeast. Tomobe dada will say, oh, northern region pu yen you control miensa omoboa omoma wa yemshishia kwa. That's number 1. Number 2, enya no crese MPP for enya parliamentary majority. Omokasa no na yehwese nka mo bebi so omomobo parliamentary seats no ma wene no. Ni yen nyina yemfa check yomo. Because apart from 5 northern regions, they are Mabuboyi. Northeast, there, Omarene Yagaba Kubore, Omarene Yuyu, Omarene Trepone. It is true, Omarene Wale and Sem or Nyanya very confirmed, but they are leading. But there were 2, which is Bunkrugu, and the second one being Nalerigu. So what I say. But all they are not on China constituencies now, Yabubona. Ashanti region, ne yawo miensa, se yawo 9. Asawasi new edubiasi edra. Ene Efija Setra from Plains, which is Drobonso. So oba Oti region and here one so sisi ya wene watchini nyina. So oba Volta region abako pe ne free and sa out of 18. Hohoe 17 nyina ya wene. So oba Central region and here wo 4 constituencies. In prim ya wene 13 echinya JB ni ho. Ya wene Cape Coast North and South. Hwifueti mokwa Gomua East, Ewutu Senya West, Gomua West, Edwumakon, AOB, Ekunfi, Asen North, Upper Dentra West, Agona East, and Akeye. Yawene 13, which is a central being a very important swing region. Yawene. Oba Greater Accra region. Near Oba saying 13. Yes. Near what 13 seats. In Prim Yawene 20 assembly anyhow. Awene Adan Sege Ningo Pram Pram Pon Katamanso Shai Osudoku Tema East Ashamai Kruwo Lejo Kuku Ododio Dio Clote Koli Ladadi Kotopon Ayawaso East Ayawaso North Okaikwe North Madina Adenta Ablekuma Central Ablekuma South and Adomi Abraubum 20. Okay, constituencies Ayawenia Bono we had only one Banda Omoka so mobeje no my 12 over 12. And out of 12, you match 6-6. In terms of parliamentary, you win a German South, you win a German North, you win a Wenchi, you win a Doma West, you win a Time. It took a Kabuma, we have won 6 in Bono. I have for you 2 now, we've retained it. As soon as South, as Tifi South. Oko Bono Easter, we've won 9. And we can go on and on. The election director can say, okay, constituencies are parliamentary, no, ya wenia, including Western region, ya wenia all the Memphis Sano, a villager, a Lembele. I mean, we are winning in total 9 constituencies. Look at Kani Nabumwa. NDC are winning 140 seats out of 275. MPP were 134. And an independent candidate from MENA or 1. So, Enyano Kresa, they have majority parliamentary seats. Enyano Kresa. The third important thing is a presidential resource. Because say MP before Becca say, oh, I'm over any presidential resource. Na watch TV so coalition TV stations ni bi no. Emma almost say Akufo-Addo will lead into the bimu GD. And no na eboa omo we are benimu. It is not true. Collation, we are collating presidential results from 275 constituencies. The TV station BC were collating 100 constituencies. Now will be leading 2 percentage points. And quiet dear Donald Trump, a cheater for in the US in the starting jubility. Because there be a constituencies are collating. Don't want MPP strongholds. Until you see the overall results, until we hit 250 constituencies, 260 constituencies, you know. A few constituencies being as will be aware. They said, "Dear, honorable if it's a free and cracker, and yet die ye tia pa ba ko NDC higher ya sentimentum." 2016, you would lose you, you rene bear 23%. Anytime I rene about Ghana, Ashanti region, ya dear 26% and above. Tonight empire ye bunyano. But the we have done far better than what we even, expected. In Ashanti region, out of 47, I collated. Out of the 47 constituencies, I collated 37. And they said, your kind, John Mahama, in the presidential, or 30%. 30%, I got just 10 constituencies. Voter region, NDC's gap as compared to 2016, Akosro Mohumohu Bibri. Uti region, Akosro Mohumohu Bibri. Upper West, John Mahama, Akosro Mohumohu Bibri. Upper East, the same thing. Even in Northern region, I lose parliamentary seats. John Mahama is winning presidential. Where we are losing parliamentary, like Meon, he's winning presidential. And so if you look at the parliamentary seats, 149 are winning now. A mube 10% being a skirt and blouse. In a half for Bono. Dodoana John Mahama is performing better than our parliamentary candidates. Ne mado so chen ye pieces ni bebri. And coalition na ye coalition baby ye druno. John Dramani Mahama clearly will have a resounding victory in these elections, like our election director said. So, Emma will be nada based on TV, so figures kakre be 100 constituencies. Many of the TV station be cry 200 constituencies, and I will be IEB, and now 150. No, MPP for the bedroom money so my 80%. Now more demo by me but more demo figures now. I want to find out. They said they will send the media, houses there to see their coalition and their figures. COVID TV, more the wakwa here. More figures now. Ite ya na man asem. Muslim can BBS anyway. And the reason why we are not giving presidential John Mahama, because with presidential, the whole country is one constituency. And so you need to get the results up to a certain point and now the figure about one thing. And yes, you are being reckless and irresponsible. And that is why we give you updates like it happens all across the world. In the US elections, the Democrats did it, the Republicans did it. We are giving you such updates. When we have something concrete, by the time we cross 250 constituencies, we will let you know what the figures are and what the projections are, even as we wait for the official declaration. In the presidential elections, John Mahama is leading. Apart from Ashanti region, the Greater Accra, which is the most populous, Greater Accra, 4 doors to change Ashanti region, almost 3.4 million. Ashanti is just about 3 million. Greater Accra, John Mahama is winning with over 55%. Bono Enclave, Bono East, Ahafo, and Bono itself, John Mahama is winning with nothing less than 51%. Per 80% of the provisional results are Yakuliti. Western region, Yakuliti, about 80% of presidential, John Mahama is leading. Now, yeni fear ewa Ghana politics mu, for that Ben who is a party be yakwa battle. Now we're in Bono Ahafo region swing enclave. We're in Western and Western North put together. Because Western and Western North used to be 26 constituencies. In Western, we have 9 constituencies, including Takwa. In Western North, we have 7. 7 plus 9 is 16 out of 26. We've won Western. In Bono East, we have 9. In Bono, we have 6. In Ahafo, we have 2. 17 out of Bono 29. We have won Bono. John Mahama Akufo-Addo so change parliamentary candidates. In Greater Accra, a swing most populous. John Mahama winning with over 55% and above. With about 80% of presidential results collated. That Ben will be winning these important and central region. Region here was just 4 seats. John Mahama has so far won. And the NDC, parliamentary, are winning 13. In all the 13, apart from a Jumakon, in all the 13, President Mahama won. And in about 90% of the 13, name Mado so change parliamentary candidates. In central region. That ben ya to aba Ukromo bi awe ne central, awe ne Greater Accra, awe ne Western, awe ne Bono, or more parliamentary seats change. We say Mareni Aba. Mareni Aba so awo shedem. And I offer play kwa Ashanti region. In Jabusian 4, it is not true. And you need the what the MPP for a poor mabone say. You can yes in the pain. Na Ghana for you NDC 42 yada ye so. MPP for Musa Abano Omalusu. Oma your mwadwen say omubi wi abanim. This is not the first time almost started ya che. Ye beto aba ye kan bebre na mumu bibre enyi ni. You started na abato no mahuhu adanse. Hwe ballot papers nko security materials a ya chi MPP for say kita wo mo. Hwe asawase, hwe circle, hwe adwoso. Ballot papers nipa ba ko kita 200. Ni nyina kita EC official stamp. In which country can this happen? In which country? And yet you find say normal. When you're normal electoral infractions, where you're fraud, this is what is called electoral fraud. This is what is happening. She ballot staff your my year. She ballot snatching and Memphis West, any other areas or attempted some obey. Even baby NDC, ya winning. Ya winning, no matter ya recounting. When they know, elections are kwa. Omunim said the Honorable Elvis Kayano. Collation center, ya recounting, ya recollation. Ya recounting. On why young crowd for niggas and one pre-recounting now. No matter fast soldier for. We don't know whether they are even genuine military men. Ablekuma South, nipa send yakumomo. Yakum nipa miensa. The media is not talking about it. Odododio yakum nipa send. About 2. Kaswa nipa send no mo bomu to every problem. It is because we are focused on our victory. That is why we are not being distracted by these things. But MPP for the omu yeni nyina results are bad that the omu lusu omu ko te said the omu yeni lejukukui. Dr. Koboy wa lusu. After the work of pink sheets, pink sheets we told you so. ECG men's ama MPP for pink sheets. One more ballot papers. It is the omu yeni last minute ni omu person mu wiabanim. Baby I abobo abewi omu person omu swap pink sheets. Omu person omu sisa ballot boxes, ne ballot papers. Especially Greater Accra, Central, and in particular Ashanti region. And until Honorable Elvis Free and Krakase, Yen Yama Yeninaho. We shall form one sentimentum titru. Drobonso, Edra. Let us protect our victory. And my Yena sentimentum, no more was so. And so, this last minute, let's not allow anybody to steal the vote. I was a mobile with MPP for person we are benimno. Is the final thing Honorable Elvis Free and said. I didn't see any ever to aba. Now easy for say. Ya to abani we are 24 hours to move declare. Ya catch almost any possible. Almost where possible. Or more systems are. Ya to abani we ya results never buy yira. Meanwhile, ya to abani 7 December and 8th December. Omo my invitation say yamra strong room for coalition 8 p.m. Enra, Mr. Martin, 8 p.m. Your representatives are all since 8 p.m. Enra. Not even one constituency results naba. Why? Is it because constituency results we are ready? Is that what they are saying? TV stations results now mu collating results being. Some are
inna anoni gira Okada The nation builder Mahama Brana Baya with money Mahama Organ number 2 Mahani Sukuwadai Hospitals Akwe Papa Segana Deya Yebediye
Okay, so I will allow for a few seconds so that you can get your cameras and your internet ready so that we can wrap up. Please, are we all ready now? Thank you very much for your patience. I don't see. To say they're not making no. a man da ho fine say isi ni MPP for won so ma lusu na mo person mo wi abani mu no the delayed collation in the strong room, because parliamentary and presidential results be aba presidential no ya certify as we speak, ya declare no constituency coalition center wie ama agents ne candidates asensign adentina emma even regional coalition rooms adenti ena sa results no bia ma strong room adentia. Why are they holding on to the results? They are holding on to the results because someone will say they are holding on to the results because they know results no enku yie ma omo. Inti yema MPP for time no mo fancy senses results. The omoya na Ablekuma Central yebo wetuo MP wa lusu sign wa semen sign lejokuku wa lusu okobo ise mi lusu ye ni akofa pink sheets e free baby aba the omoya ne takwa the omoya no drobonso the omoya in so many parts of the country ni nyina no eye last minute shenanigans be omo person omoya no mudi wi abanim. And we are telling Jim Mensah, even though your 24 hours cannot work, at least ochina de ye hear declaration of the results. And unti results now ya certify no. Ya starting collating. Ya nyina ya starting collating EC strong room, MPP for or NDC for or. So press conference be rebe nyina to be twa. Ya we inside one here twa EC coalition amamo. Ni already only the presidential and the only the parliamentary. It will bring down tensions, because the reason why we've had to do most of these engagements is that now the EC is not providing any leadership. They are not doing any coalition, either at the regional level or at the national level. And omejai ama MPP for eye intitira sem eye nsemone epeso mo decision results are in favor of at this time. But they will fail because they cannot change the will of the people of Ghana, and they cannot change the will of God. We don't want to push anybody into any early celebration, because ye ni momoa ye ni omudili. Enti ochana de ni achire. Achekra no be na najo. We will see most of the results, presidential and parliamentary, on our TV screens. No be here with smoothness level. And until we are on course, a coalition be a coso. We have 140 parliamentary seats, safe and secured. There are 2 or 3 seats that we are still disputing and battling. And you say nyame boya ba kwa na mi nubi kura bit me den ababeka ho. Presidential so baby e dem no ya de come Ashanti region. It looks like our worst case scenario will be around minimum 28-29% with the trend, because so far the aya no bro 80% and we are around 30%. Greater Accra minimum 53%, 54%. Central region presidential yaya 80. John Mahama is winning 80%. Bono yaya about 80%. John Mahama is leading, and so we are confident of a resounding victory in both the presidential and the parliamentary primaries. Yenyina yenu munsio entwen ope. Yenyina yen fe ani. Baby, our problems will be ayemwa. Omo yenyema bebre. Let us be brave and let us be vigilant and let us secure the victory. They will come and do press conferences. They will lie. They will release infographics with fake results, fake percentages. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, they will do all that. But don't take them seriously. And don't be worried. Because the true results are quality in the EC's strong room. Na omejina so ediaye declaration. On this note, deputy campaign manager any Deputy General Secretary will be kakrebia obeka. Na okewia, my senior brother, Honorable Fifi Kwete, will also share with us a few words before we wrap it up. Thank you very much. So, let's have it.
Okay, so I'm going to do English and I'll try and do a translation of what I'm going to say. As the earlier speakers have mentioned, we are actually in a very pole position to secure a resounding first-round victory. And the MPP knows that very well. Because of that, they have put some schemes in place from yesterday to intimidate our people at the coalition centers, to change pink sheets, to change the results, and turn the verdict of the people. One very important incident happened in Ablekuma Central. I'm sure you are aware that this year we have won the Ablekuma Central seat after we lost the seat in 2016. Now, the Ablekuma Central seat is a very unique one when it comes to Greater Accra. Having realized that they have lost the seat, they send some armed military men to the coalition center, fire some shots. The shots hit 2 gentlemen. The reports we are picking is that one of them was not able to make it. As we speak, we are unable to identify the military men who went on that sporadic shooting at the coalition center. And guess what? The shooting was done at the police church within the police barracks where the coalition center is situated. We think this is very problematic. This raises a lot of security concerns, and this shows amply that President Akufo-Addo clearly is not committed to his claim that he is ready to be peaceful in this election. As if that was not enough, when the military men left, that bizarre situation, which reports is indicating has cost an individual's life, a bodyguard of a deputy campaign manager of the MPP, Lord Kombe, one gentleman named Kola, also went to the coalition center with a sidearm, went on a shooting spree, sporadic gunshots, got 4 EC officials, 2 police officers, and 2 young men. That gentleman subsequently, according to the police command, has been arrested. Now, what we want to send, the message we want to send to the IGP is that we are going to follow this particular matter in detail, especially as it has to do with the shooting of police officers who are on duty to protect life and property. This gentleman is known. This gentleman is known by everybody in that community. He is known to be a bodyguard of Lord Kombe, who is a director of operations at the presidency, who we all know coordinates their vigilante groups. And so we are going to follow this matter. The indication we got this morning was that they were making arrangements to release that gentleman. We are sending a note of caution to the IGP. Our eyes are wide open, and we are going to follow every action that they take in respect of this matter. Just as we speak, another armed man have been sent to Budumburam, the coalition center for Gomwa East, a seat that we have won. Is it not Gomwa East? Yes. A seat that we have won. We have won the parliamentary after 3 elections. We have never won that seat. Now what they are doing is trying to change the pink sheets through the use of force, brute force, weapons, guns. Are we in an election period or we are going to war? Look at what happened to our MP of Odododo, Nilante Van Der Poel. As we speak, the Ghana Police Service have not been able to explain why they arrested our MP in that manner. I am sure you are all aware that there is a law in this country that immunes members of parliament from arrest. What procedure did they use to arrest him? We saw the live footages. Rambo-style arrest for absolutely no reason. They have not been able to explain that to us. They arrested additional 50 young men, and all of them were polling agents. They were carrying their pink sheets. The Electoral Commission was waiting for them at the collation center. They arrested them with the pink sheets. What explains that? What is the reason? Why are we drawing this country on this path? I thought we just signed a peace pact, and President Akufo-Addo was a party to it, and he pledged in front of all Ghanaians that he will abide by the peace pact. So what has happened to the peace pact? It is important that we ask these questions. But let's tell them that irrespective of whatever they do, the people of this country have spoken. The people have resolved. President John Dramani Mahama has been chosen in heaven and on earth. No amount of intimidation, no amount of shooting, no amount of changing of pink sheets, no amount of tactical delays, no amount of cutting of systems, jamming of networks will change the very important will of the people. Let me do a true version of what I've said. Niye can say, ya share your resource na ya kan bomu na. Baby ya NDC jinano. Yensa kan kunimdie kese pa na Nyankopon ahye ye bose yensa beka no. Nanso no, eniyama ba ku mienu bi koso. Se de ye kan da dansa na abato ne hya ase no. Omaye omadwen se, wo mo be fa sa akwati kwan ne so no mo de adane abato nani. Na firinura ebesi ne Omaye niyama bebre. Ye bubo consensus na ye win no. Parliamentary ye win 140. Nanso no, ebi wo hono ma wo mo challenge. Sene West, enra wo mo move ballot papers na collation center no. Ena macho men bi best na che ballot box no. Police for ena omo ani ye den na nka omo de ballot box ne koye. Police for ne saka ballot box no ena me no kasei. Wamujina say ballot box na yebes na chi no mompene ma yenkan. So that is also a problem amasa constituency ni hodi. Apart from eno no, wamatu emrante ne maba wa bi agu emu a wamudi nyambrasem ne urukasem. Na ebi enesi wa Ablekuma Central nra a esojafo bi a ye suspect crash o munye esojafo. Eni a police for Eco Collation Center Eko tutu kamrantie mienu etuo na omoto ne kane ne kamrantie mienu ya tese ba akokra ne ho akoka adwam a ase Nyankopon ato nsa afre no enu achi no wo musa asoma abrantie bi a oye director of operations our Flagstaff House esanso ye deputy campaign manager Akufo-Addo campaign owura Lord come bodyguard your friend Kola Eko collation center ho eko tututuo yisifo 9 police fo mienu ena mrantie mienu etuo na kan omo ya tese police fo ebo moden eta na amomo saka no ama wakoka adwamu na ne ye ka kire IGP ni se yehu bi enra mrantie be se aduasa a ye chi omo osuhum a no mu kura tuo ni akode ni omo de koye obi anim endi da hwere baako ena police fo no gya no order from above police fo na gya nipa aduasa no ama omo nam free e de omo tuo koye ekodi nyambra asem kraka ho na sa brantie kola yi a ya chi no yi ye the message ma IGP se ye nyina ye de ani bedi akire ye hu se sa asem ni si ye no media fo no mo nhye da nkan ne bebre bi asa ehu behia asem di mani bedi akire ni ye nyina ye be demand justice ye be demand se ye be ye edim ye mra no e be ye adwuma e wo mamu ha Because so pasumdie na onye periperi yo one for justice anya adwuma, then you undermine sa asumdie na wo so ope no. Enti no ye nyina die ni bedi akire IGP se sa abrante no so ye Lord come bodyguard o so ye den yo ese mra no enidi na eno koda nchen a eno anwumre ebi so si wo dododiodio a ye member of parliament wo mu ekoso ano in a Rambo style time a ye kwa kochi atayi kura nya sa na mo kochi atayi. What was the crime? Boni ben waye was any hotel mo to tear gas gu hono mo e ma na busuafo na mo choki ni police agents verse 50 ya chi omo ama pink sheet ni bi kra anope ye titi mu no ye se bi ye hu bebi omo de afa chese mo fa kwati kwa bia so e de awia abato no anope ye ti ha ya Gomwa East one of the seats are wini ya te se omasoma sa embrantie yi sa embrantie yi a omu wo vigilante groups bi mu ene akode ani tuo e de akọ coalition center ho a wo mu di nyamra asem atututuo omu di confusion ba ho se de be ya omu be fa kwati kwa so na omatimi asesa abato no na we eni yegina so aka se President Akufo-Addo so peu so ompeu se security agencies IGP ne mpamfo so omu peu so omu mpeu electoral commission so omu peu so omu mpeu nyankopon esira President Mahama say abato we eye ne dia wo be di president ebiem am ya so ani 7th of January etino nyenti aye kan nsem we nyina ne say ye nyina so ye be fi ani am ye ni ada ho ni edi ani edi nsem na chi coalition centers wo de wo mu mpo ye be da ho enti party fo a wo mu tie me se ye nkan last ballot a ye wie ye wo constituency wo ye declare presidential emfiri ho citizens vigilance ehun hia ye nyina ye fa ani ndi akire se de be ya wo bi ba na obedi nyamra asema yen ye dodo no yen na tumi no wo yensem dodo mu tumi ewo mu wo a obeba ho no mo se ye doso a ye betimi astopo enti we eni nsemfu a me pese me ne mo che me da mase.
Yeah, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen of the media, and through you to the whole country, to first and foremost give assurance to all the millions of Ghanaians out there who have exercised their mandate and clearly shown that they want the change that we have had over the last 4 years to be changed. And that actually would be marking the first time in the history of this country that a president has won a mandate and has seen such a massive repudiation of his mandate within 4 years. Never happened. Every president first, what you call, you win your mandate, especially if a political party has just won power after 4 years, you invariably do better. That really is what it is. So in 2008, NDC won. In 2012, we did better. In 2001, President Akufo won. In 2004, he did better. And that's always been the case. But this will be the first time in our history that a president has won a mandate with his party, and then within 4 years, there is such a massive repudiation of his mandate. Now, we know this president and we know this party. Why? Because we tasted exactly what he tried to do in the year 2008. Those of us who were in the strong room knew exactly the game, the trick, the shenanigan they tried to play. And we want to send a warning and a notice that you dare not try those schemes again this time. It's not going to happen. The typical game they do is this. Typically, they know that things are not well. They go and make an arrangement with the EC. And then the EC will do some shenanigan and hide some of the results. And then when last minute they see that things are not going well, then they try to literally change the results. In 2008, the sad part was that a lot of the media, you, who declared some of those results that already had been declared in the strong room of the Electoral Commission, and you, the media, covered it. When the key moment came and MPP started doing their shenanigans with connivance with people in the Ashanti regional stronghold in Kumasi and the strong room, many of you in the media pretended you were not aware. I can even mention some of those people who were involved. Kojo Nkrumah was one of those people who then was in joy. Little did we know that he was actually doing those things because he had an agenda for tomorrow. So please, we ask you, the media, as well, to be vigilant. This time around, don't pretend you have not heard the result. When the moment comes and NPP start to try to change things again, don't pretend you have not seen or you have not heard. Nobody has been able to win election in this country without having won Greater Accra, having won Central Region, having won the Western Enclave, and have been able to do very well in Brong-Ahafo. MPP clearly has not won Greater Accra, clearly is not winning Central Region, clearly is not winning the Western Enclave, clearly is not performing greatly in the Brong-Ahafo Enclave. Now that alone should tell you that it is already a done deal. So please, forget about all the things that they are throwing about, trying to confuse people and to discourage people. The numbers, we have them. And we are going to ensure that those numbers clearly are declared. And nobody is going to change it. No amount of intimidation to try to see whether they can change pink sheet is not happening. It's not happening. Like our national anthem says, we are going to what? Be bold to make sure that every oppressor's rule will be resisted. And we are not going to allow any oppressor to change the will and the mandate of the people. So this is simply to give you an assurance that the will of the people will be made manifest. And the people have already spoken in very clear terms. And Greater Accra has sounded the notice. Central Region has sounded the notice. The Western Enclave is sounding in. The Brong-Ahafo areas are sounding in. And those 4 swing regions always determine where it is going. So please, hold the faith, have confidence. Don't be moved at all by any of the shenanigans, the games they are playing, because none of those games is changing the will of the people. The will of the people is certainly going to be manifest. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So, thank you very much, Honorable Fifi Kweti. Thank you, Peter Otukono. And thank you, our Elections Director, Honorable Elvis Efri Yankra. We're also joined by a very senior comrade, my uncle. We all call him uncle because he's called Ofayao, former national organizer of the NDCs here. And our Deputy Elections Director, Mr. Mate, who is supposed to be in the strong room, has also joined us here because there is nothing in the strong room to collate. That is the tragedy we have on our hands. But let's keep hopes alive. Let's be cheerful. And above all, let's be vigilant. Let's be bold and ensure that the right things are done. All ballots collated, results declared, and a winner announced before we commence the celebration. We thank you very much for coming. If there is any need for us to address you again, we shall knock on your doors. Again, thank you very much for coming. We appreciate you.